I was doing videos for Sri Lanka Information Communication Technology Service Class 1 Grade 3 in Sinhala medium so far. For the fairness of English medium students, I will be doing the video in English medium today. Today I will be discussing about e-government. Since the exam is so close, it's on 28th this month, March 28th. Exams will not be postponed due to the situation in the country, as noticed in as per the so far notice in the government websites. So we will be doing the video. This is a very common topic in class 1 grade 3 exam, e-government. And these are the extracted two questions from e-government from 2015 paper. E-government refers to the use of information and communication technology such as wide area networks, internet, mobile computing to improve activities of public sector organization. Briefly describe different factors of e-government characterized by intended users. And the next question is, the World Bank divides the process of archiving e-government success into three phases, namely publish, interact, and transact. These phases are not dependent on each other. One phase could be begun before completion of another. Briefly describe transact phase in detail with practical example. I will be doing a general description about e-government. After that, you will see whether you can answer these questions. First, the very basic thing is, what is e-government? E-government is basically providing government services through ICT resources. Let's see the definition. E-government is the use of ICT by government to deliver public services, improve efficiency, increase transparency, enhance citizen participation. In simple, government services delivered digitally online instead of manual. So what are the services so far provided in Sri Lanka, like e-government services? Recently, I think, as I can remember, from January 1st, the penalties, when you are caught to a traffic police, you can do the penalty payment via online with GovPay platform. Other than that, you can pay electricity bills, water bills. There are few e-government services in Sri Lanka, and nowadays they are trying to implement a project like SLUID, Sri Lanka Unique Identification Number. That is to instead of the national identity card, the government is using digital platform for everything. Suppose when you go to a bank, you don't have to carry your manual identity card. Instead of that, you can use the SLUID. That means sometimes your fingerprint will work instead of your NIC. NIC is used in banks and other kind of sensitive places to identify whether it is you. So instead of using a manual card, you can use the fingerprint or iris or something to identify, authorize whether it is you. If there's a proper database, that's what government is trying to implement these days. This is not implemented yet. This will take long time. However, in India, there's some kind of digital ID. We are also getting support from that country for this project, SLUID. That is actually the very basic stage of going for e-government. First of all, there should be a way to uniquely identify all citizens to perform e-government activities. So far there are few applications actually in Sri Lanka, and there's online passport booking system, passport applying system was there. I think it's not implementing now. However, you can pay taxes online. There are, like as I said, penalties can be paid to traffic police in some areas via online. What are the other services? Electricity bill, water bill, other than that. You apply exams online. That is also a e-government service. Via TUNET's website, you apply exams, download admissions online. Okay. What are the main objectives of e-government? Improve service delivery speed. Previously, when we are paying electricity bills manually, we have to wait in a queue, go one by one, and do the bill payment. It takes long time, and it takes transport time. You have to go to a proper place to pay the bill. Now the situation is different. You can pay it by a simple click via your mobile phone. So the service delivery speed has been increased due to e-government. Reduce corruption. Reduce corruption. Suppose the previous example I told you, charging penalties by traffic police via online. In such situations, everything is recorded. You can't take some little money. You can't give some little money to a police officer and escape. So that reduces corruption. That's a minimum stage. Other than that, the tax paying things have been automated. So these are all efforts to reduce corruption. What are the other examples? Okay, those are examples for reduce corruption. Increase transparency. That means everything is visible, right to information. You have the right to information. Everything is recorded, not manually, automatically. So no man interference. So there are less corruption. All the details are recorded somewhere. Who did this? Who did the payment? From which bank? Likewise. So whenever someone is asking about the details, you can't deny the request because everything is recorded in online systems. You can't say, I couldn't write this down. Likewise, you can't escape. That increases the transparency. Enhance accountability. So when you do something online, always who did this, where, who did this, from which machine, which was this was done, when was this one done, and those are identifiable. So nothing is deniable. So that is the enhance of accountability. Provide 24/7 access. 24/7 means what? All week, every time. That means even in the night. If you are paying a water bill online, you don't have to do it in office hours. You can do it even at the midnight if you feel like. So that's the 24/7 access of online services for the e-government. Reduce administrative cost. You see, there are very few human interaction. So we don't need lot of employees to perform these e-government activities. There are machines to do repetitive works. Suppose the ATM machines which have been introduced, if there were no ATM machines, we need many banking staffs to do all the transactions. Now, since there are ATM machines everywhere, people don't rush into banks. Instead, they go to ATM machines and take money. Otherwise, we will have to have a lot of administrative people, administration, lot of staff. Then the most one of the common questions in government exams, in ICT exams, types or models of e-government. G2B, government to citizen, G2B, government to business, G2G, government to government, G2E, government to employee. You must remember these things because these kind of one of these will be surely asked in the examination. Okay, we will discuss about them one by one. Government to citizen. Government means the government departments, ministries, and organizations. Citizen means us, everyone. All of us are citizens. All Sri Lankan people are citizens of Sri Lanka. All people are in the world are all citizens. Service directly to citizens. G2C means services to the citizens. As I mentioned, examples you can exact online birth certificate, issuing tax payment, passport applications as government to citizen services. These are performed to citizens. Birth certificate is required for all citizens. Tax payments are done by all citizens if they are liable. Passport application is done by everyone citizen if they want to go abroad. Okay. Government to business. Interaction with business. Example, business registration. There's PORO. To start a business, you have to register in a particular institute of government. So for that registration, you can use the online mode, online tax filing. And this is very common topic nowadays in Sri Lanka. Tax filing can be done online. There's a system called RAMIS. License, business license. You can take business license online. And when we talk about online tax filing, you may confuse why it is for government to citizen and government to business both. Business are also paying a separate tax type, that is PIT, likewise, corporate income tax. Individuals are paying individual income tax. Likewise, you don't need that kind of details. So, okay, let's move to next slide. Types, models of e-government. We are discussing the third topic, government to government. Communication between government departments. Data sharing between ministries, internal systems. Data sharing between ministries means if you register in registration of people's department, you don't have to again register in motor traffic department. That should be how the system like, but it is not the case in Sri Lanka or in many other countries yet. But that should happen. You don't have to go to each government department, organization, and ministry and get registered. If you register in one particular authorized place or government organization, that data should be shared between all the ministries. That is data sharing between ministries. And the practical example available nowadays is there is a system in customs department like Asikuda and Inland Revenue Department, PAMIS. So those two systems are communicating actually. They share data. That is the example I know. And other thing is internal systems in ministries, department, and many government organization. There are some small systems developed, employee management systems, ERM, implies resource management systems, like this. The systems, store management systems, like this. They are internal for internal management purposes. This is so these internal systems also, HRM systems can be taken for the next one also. You can take that. Government employees, services to government to employees, government to government employees. For government employees in government organization, there are salary systems, HRM systems to store these government's employees' data. And that is government to employee model. Okay. Stages of e-government development. This is very important for exams. From this slide also, there should be one question in the exam paper. Stage of e-government development: information stage, interaction stage, transaction stage, integration transformation stage. Information stage is government websites are online. You can read the information only. You can suppose the website of divisional secretariat, you can read the stuff, what's going on, if they have posted what is going on these days. You can read the information. You can read how to apply a birth certificate. Details can be read. Nothing more can be done. The next stage is interaction stage. Citizens can download forms and email. Actually, if you observe current government websites are in this interaction stage. You can go to a divisional secretariat website and see in the downloads there are many applications online. Factory cut applications like birth certificate application. You can download and fill the forms, or you can email. They have supplied some email addresses likewise. Transaction stage is full online services. You can do the payments, fill applications. You don't have to download the application and fill that and hand that over afterwards. You can fill the application online. Like suppose there's a Google form to apply birth certificate, that can be taken to a transaction stage. Payments can be done online. Payment gateways are there. That's the transaction stage. Integration transformation stage. advantage. That is the fully digital connected government system. Like you don't have to. This is the dream. If you register in one government organization, you don't have to re-register. If you enter any data in any government organization, you don't have to re-enter those details in forms. That data will be automated, populated automatically. That is the dream. Actually, the current government websites are in interaction and in between interaction and transaction stages. Advantages of e-government. What are the advantages? This is very obvious example. These are very obvious examples. Saves time. When you can apply for something online, then you don't have to go to physical to that place. Transport time saves. Queue time saves. Likewise, time saves. Reduce paperwork. Online medium does not use 3% pens. Increase efficiency. The computer is doing works more efficiently than human. That's the reality. If you fill a manual form and if there's a counter to collect those applications, that will take time. And if that is an online form, everyone can submit at once. So likewise, it increases efficiency, improves transparency. You can't hide data, you can't lie, you can't hide things. Likewise, that improves transparency. Easy access for citizens. You can access 24/7 from anywhere, so access is easy. Disadvantages and challenges are digital divide. Not everyone has internet. We know that if you have gone to, if you live in a rural area, you know how hard it's to connect to the internet sometimes. You have to climb trees, climb on to the top of roof to find internet signal. Not only internet, sometimes people don't have access to buy proper mobile phones. That is also digital divide. Digital divide is also askable. What is digital divide? Likewise, question is also askable in the examination. And the knowledge gap is also considered as digital divide. When you go to rural areas, there are no proper ICT education. So people in those areas don't know how to use internet facilities, online services properly. Especially elderly people and younger generation has this gap, irrespective of where they live. Even in rural areas, younger generation are much knowledgeable about the e-services, online services, likewise, but the elder generation is not aware of this. They have, from the generation, they have resistance to adapt to these online services. So that is also a part of digital divide. Cybersecurity risks. For some sensitive things, you have to spend so much money on assuring cybersecurity. Otherwise, data will exposed to third parties, which will create many issues. And cybersecurity is not totally overcomable issue. When you find virus card for some virus, there are virus card creators are creating another virus. So cybersecurity is a risk. Suppose some like election voting system is not automated even in America because that can be attacked. That has a high cybersecurity risk. So Due to cybersecurity risks, some things can't be automated fully. Not can't be, it's hard. High initial cost. You have to buy servers. Every users have to have computers and relevant mobile devices. So it's, you have to develop the infrastructure country to avoid the digital divide to ensure everyone has internet facilities. So there's a high initial cost. The lack of IT skills. IT skilled people are lack of IT skilled people. This is a younger generation is actually mostly aware of these IT things, but elderly people, when we consider our parents or parents' parents, they don't have IT skills, so they can't operate in their IT services. They resist. Yeah. So if it is a government service, everyone should have the access. So if elderly people can't adapt to these systems, you can't perform services fully online. Resistance to change. The last point is resistance to change. That is also especially in elder citizens. Those generations don't like to change. So resistance to change is also a challenge. We can't, government can't itself create online platforms and make everyone use. Some people may say the manual system is better. What are these people are doing? No, what nonsense like that. Like see the QR code system. There were some issues in the system itself also, but even there were not issues, the elder generation will still blame to the system because they resist to change. The components of government, hardware, computer servers, monetary software systems, network, databases, field human resources. The final slide, or not the final slide, one before final slide, e-government versus e-governance. If you go to this exam, you have to be aware of this also. Actually, e-government is a subset of e-governance. E-governance is the broader concept. E-government is performing services via online platforms. E-governance includes policy participation. Let's see, e-government focused on services, uses ICTs for service delivery, technical. E-governance broader concept includes policies participation, strategic. E-government versus e-governance. E-government, this is the best definition actually. E-government, if you have to compare, e-government is use of ICT deliver government services, use of ICT to deliver government services efficiently. E-governance is use of ICT to improve governance, transparency, and citizen participation. E-governments, there's no clear boundary actually. E-government involves online voting, online elections, taking comments of citizens to governance process. That means for bill preparation, parliament bill preparation, getting the citizen participation online. Facilitates citizens to inform their grievances to president. Yeah, online. Those kind of activities can be taken as E-governance is the digitalization of governance. E-government is simply the services. Governance is governance, the monitoring of citizens. Governance is what is done by Parliament of Sri Lanka or the President of Sri Lanka. Direct interactions with presidents or parliament by citizens will fall under e-governance if they are done online. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you.